time. Welcome back. Welcome back to Down Home with Lynn. Today we're cooking sausage. When pigs fly. Alright. Now, first thing you gotta do, let's get right into it. Come on, I'm hungry, and what's our goal? Our goal is to get it on the table. So, first things first. Got my pan here. I've got the heat on. Fixing to add a little oil to it. Now, here's a little rule of thumb you need to remember. Hot pan, cold oil, food won't stick. So I'm just putting a little bit, tiny little bit of canola oil in here. And we're going to let it kind of move around, do what it does. Alright. Now what we're going to do, is I'm going to put my sausage in. You can use any kind of smoked sausage you want. This, our local grocery, we have a smokehouse about 30 miles from here. And they make a sausage that I just absolutely love. This is beef and brisket. And what they do is they take the burnt ends from the brisket and add it to their beef sausage. I know I have a pig on my head, but come on, it's sausage, and most people think pig. Now I want to show you how I cut the sausage up. Remember, the best utensils you'll ever have in your kitchen are the ones God gave you. Alright, put your sausages together, facing the same direction. Here, tell you what, we're going to do it this way, so you can see it. Alright, put the sausages together, facing the same direction, just like that. And then just kind of even it up and cut them through. Just like that, all the way down to the ends. This is one ring of sausage. Take the ring, cut it in half, and cut them together, and it's half the time. And what we're going to do is we're going to let this sizzle out for about 30 seconds to a minute. Kind of moving it around, flipping it over, get a little, get it to start relaxing and releasing out all of its juices and flavors into what we're going to do. This is another cheap 15-minute meal. At our local grocery store, this is our Texas Heritage sausage, and it goes for like $3.97 a ring, $4. Now you can add to this whatever you want to. This is my skillet and sausage. I do sausage, and I do potatoes, and I do onions and peppers and tomatoes, and I have some zucchini I need to use up, so today I'm adding zucchini to it too because we really like zucchini and I need to use it. That's good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put in our potatoes and our zucchini. There's the zucchini. Again, I just sliced it down the middle and then cut them into little rounds. When you're doing one pot dishes with meat and potatoes, stuff like that, now I'm going to take these and cut them to about the same size as the zucchini, because you want everything to be about the same size so it cooks at about the same time. These are very thinly sliced new potatoes. I'm using 2 great big ones. I love new potatoes because you don't have to peel them. Also, they have less starch than a regular Idaho potato, brown potato, and so even diabetics can eat these. They also contain what's called a prebiotic, and what that does is it opens up, it clears your gut of bad stuff, and then it opens up all the receptors in your body to use up like fats and sugars instead of storing them in your belly. Big piece of zucchini right there. When you're cutting with a knife, first of all, super rooper dark sharp. Ninja style knifing. Alright? It's got to be really, really sharp. A dull knife is more dangerous than a sharp knife. You should know that. Again, we go back to common sense cooking. Other thing is, let me get this up here so y'all can see me cut these. I'm talking to you and you don't even know what I'm doing. Alright, another thing is when you're cutting don't go more like that. Don't do more than you can handle. Second of all, always, when you cut, your other hand is ready to knock somebody out. I'm the greatest. Alright, dude, Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. fist, okay? The reason is, when you're chopping, you'll chop right up against your knuckle instead of cutting your fingers off. And always go down, pull back. Down, pull back. You don't go whomp, you don't whomp. Down and pull back for a clean cut. Down with the tip, pull back. Down and back. You have to guide it, guide it. Give that one more chunk. There we go. Alright. So now we've got sausage, potatoes, zucchini. Doesn't that look good? Want about a medium heat. It already looks pretty just like that, doesn't it? Now this is one of those things that's common sense cooking. Common sense cooking is what? Do you remember? You didn't know there was going to be a test. Common sense cooking is what works for you and your family. This works for me and mine. This is the way we like it. Okay, now I'm going to add peppers and onions. Now you can cut up one onion and a couple of green and red bell peppers to add to it. But again, at our local grocery store in the frozen vegetable section, we have this thing called fajita veggies. It's a fajita blend. I have about 6 bags of these in my freezer all the time. Because quick and simple, quick and easy, that's what we're doing. I'm back. It's not seasoned, it's no salt, no nothing. It's just already pre-sliced onions and peppers. Now we really got something going on here. Now we got something going on. Okay, at this point, we're going to add in our seasoning. Now, you can put whatever you want to in this. You want to put cayenne. You want to put chili powder, put chili powder. I don't care. Common sense. Do it your way. I am a purist on this one because there's so much flavor in the sausage that I don't want to take away from that. So I'm just going to do some coarse ground black pepper. Pretty. And some kosher salt. A little bit. And, at the request of you, garlic powder. Again, as little or as much as you want. I just realized I still got my glasses on. No wonder this is so easy. I can actually see what I'm doing. Because I am blind as a bat. Alright. Now, you got to admit that that's one of the prettiest dishes you'll ever see. I think so. I could be wrong, but hey, I think it's gorgeous. But I never stop. Now I'm going to add some tomatoes. Because I think diced tomatoes, again, cheap, always. Remember when we did Pantry Basics on Wednesday? Canned tomatoes, always. Fajita veggies, always. Yes, they say fajita veggies, but you can use them as I'm using them in here. I use them in everything. It's just already sliced strips of red and green bell pepper and onions. And I like that. If you don't like that, don't use it. I'm not telling you have to do anything. Who am I? I'm not your mama. Okay, so now what we're going to do, isn't that pretty? Now, we're going to let that, we're going to cover it up, and we're going to let it sit for about 15 minutes. Hang on, I got to go get the lid. Alright. Now, we're just going to leave it like it is, let it sit for about 15 minutes, and do a little cleanup. Keep your area clean. Done the salt and pepper, so we're going to put that back. Going to put the garlic back. If you have people in your family that are picky eaters or have food allergies, you could always do just the potatoes and sausage, and then on the side, saute up all the other stuff, and then on the side have it where they can build their own at the table if you wanted to. you can put cheese in it. Cheese is always good in everything. I've done it before. Where I put bacon in it. I've put spinach in it. Spinach would have been good in this. Oh, well, I did zucchini. We're big veggie eaters. Some of you aren't big veggie eaters. If you don't like veggies, don't eat them. You should eat your veggies, but, you know, hey, I'm not, who am I? All right. Give it a stir. Notice we don't have any sticking going on. And all we're doing right now is letting it make marriage. All the flavors gonna just seep in together and bubble into one. That's what you want. Layers of flavors. And we want to make sure the potatoes are tender. How you know if the potatoes are tender? If you can hit it with a fork and they crack, they're tender. But you also don't want them mushy. You want a bite to them. You don't want them to be mashed potatoes. All right, a few more minutes. If you like what you're seeing on Down Home with Lynn, if you like coming out and visiting, that's great. I love it. I love having you here. But I need you to like and subscribe and share with your friends. And let me know what you want me to do. I hear from people personally all the time and in private messages and emails and stuff. But I need to hear from you too. Let me know. You want more cooking? Fine, we'll do just cooking. You want gardening? Fine, we'll do just that. You want chickens? We'll do that. You want goofy? We'll do that. I can do anything. I'm a genius that way when it comes to this kind of stuff. Now I'm watching the time. We started at noon. We're at 11 minutes. I told you, I made a promise to you that we would be under $10. And right now we're looking at $4 for the sausage, 50 cents for the tomatoes. If you use an onion, that's like 10 cents. Peppers are like 48 cents a piece if you buy them. Or you do the onion mix, which is $1. Or $1.50. And I had the zucchini, so that didn't cost me anything. But, you know, zucchini's cheap too. Oh, sloshed it over. That's all right. Okay, let's check our potatoes. Perfect. Now we're going to crank that heat up to high to kind of let some of that moisture escape and go and be free in the world. Alright. I'm thinking this looks really good. Now what I would do is I'm probably going to serve this with just an easy chopped salad, you know, a side salad. That's really all it needs to go with it because you got everything in here that you could possibly want. Or you could serve it by itself. Or another thing you could add to it is beans. If you did it in a Dutch oven and put beans in it and then put this on the grill with some chili powder, oh yeah, now you're talking. Speaking of beans, over in the crock pot, I got a pot of butter beans and ham going because I love butter beans. And I have 2 big ham bones I wanted to use up to make room for more stuff, so why not? That's looking pretty good, pretty good. In my kitchen, there's no 5-second rule. Just go straight in the trash. Now, one of the things that'll happen is, as you're bubbling away, the juice is gonna evaporate. But as the potatoes continue to cook down even more, the more and more they cook down, the better they get. And they release their starch. And what happens is, it thickens it almost like a gravy, like you added a potato starch to it to thicken the gravy. And you can do that. If you want a thick gravy, add some potato starch. All right, y'all getting hungry? I'm starving. I am starving. So, let's see what we got here. More potatoes in there. Alright, so there we have it. My skillet, sausage, potatoes, onions, peppers, and tomatoes, and zucchini. You can put anything you want to in it. The possibilities are endless. That's why it's called common sense cooking. Do it your way. Just let your imagination go free. Go look through your pantry and say, okay, I got sausage, I got beans, I got potatoes, let's see what else I got. And then just throw it all in a pan and get it on the table. Alright. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again on Wednesday. Have a great week and get it on the table.